Okay, we got Saykoya playing Pistil in the orange versus Spotyus playing Twins in the blue on player 2 side.
This is very much the battle of the mass damage COs. I'd say Pistil is like a bit stronger at doing the mass damage thing, but Twins also have some healing occasionally, so they're more versatile and easier to pilot.
Well, I feel like yes, but also twin. I feel like it's easier to get a good twins groove than it is to get a good pistol groove.
Yeah.
Which can be important sometimes. Sometimes the flexibility is the thing that matters. It can allow you to initiate fights better, you know?
Yeah, and I guess like the thing is Twins, it's really difficult to counterplay against just taking raw 20% damage against them. They're pretty much always going to get that. Whereas Pistil, you can kind of make gaps in your formation, you can do all sorts of other stuff, there's some counterplay there, but Pistil's groove just hits a lot harder.
Yeah.
Well, this is why you buy balloons as pistol, right?
Yeah.
Or troopers. Troopers are kind of insane for it too. Just throw. I mean, pistol has a legitimate reason to have any unit that can to get over others. You know.
Yep. But Pistil, yeah, you find yourself sometimes with Pistil in positions where it's like weird. There are weird tactical considerations when using groove. Like you don't want it to hit many of your own units. You want it to hit, as many of their units as possible. And Pistil might be too close or too far. Your units might be too close or too far. They might all be touching the enemy army already, so you don't want to groove. None of them might be close enough to get a nice attack after grooving, and then Pistil dies to suicides. There are a bunch of tactical considerations. So Twins are just easier to use and more consistent, maybe. But Pistil, has a way higher ceiling. When Pistil gets a nice groove, she really kills everything.
Yeah, the mass damage on pistol can be kind of crazy. So even though both can be kind of slow COs, Twins needs to prove the advantage first. So, we'll see how it plays out.
Twins also probably have the higher lethal threat due to the suicides. Tier 1 can do great suicides.
Yeah.
Tier 2 can also help suicides the other way. Instead of helping them suicide, it heals them up and then...
Well, you
your
can
low
also
health
heal important units, right? You could heal
Yeah.
a golem to full or something. So, there's a lot of things you have to consider, you know?
Of course, Pistil does have lethal threat too. Mass damage kinda does lethals. Even if it's not the main thing it does. By the way, neither CO did the mage opening. They both did the sword opening.
Yeah, that was an
Saykoya
interesting
always
open
does the
from...
sword opening.
Yeah, Saykoya, that was an interesting way they did their sword opening too, but...
Yeah, rushing the mill.
Yeah. And we're seeing, I guess Saykoya getting... I was gonna say push back here, but no, they're gonna stay and fight.
Yeah, I mean... CO isn't really afraid of Knight, especially when it gets the first hit in.
Ooh, Dragon coming up to support. Along with a few other units.
Tier 1s are online. So we're gonna see if they're gonna press them yet or go for tier 2.
Oh, nice little frog play there. Gonna be able to attack that knight from the forest with their own.
Okay. So is Spotyus gonna press fire? I don't think you really press it this turn.
Oh,
But you can.
I mean, that's a lot of units.
Just everything, yeah. Sorry, continue.
I was just gonna say that's a lot of good targets to hit with that, so worked out quite well there.
I'm so used to not tier 1, Wargroove 1 fire, where you'd put it on racks to prevent them from doing anything, you know?
Yeah, Twins got completely overhauled.
I mean, I like it. I at least find tier 2 very interesting. I think tier 1 is less positionally interesting, but it's usable now in a way that
Ooh,
It-
Frog
you
gets
know.
a free hit on yeah.
it makes them faster. Yeah, continue.
Ooh,
Sorry.
Pistil is gonna groove too. Oh, that sword allows it to hit more.
Yeah, it goes
That
into
was
the
tier
right
1,
swords.
right?
Yeah, that was tier 1.
But it's still crippled.
It's
basically
that's a front cripple. That hits basically everything at the front too. So CO is probably fine there.
Yeah, and the ooh. Waits. Oh, the
Ooh.
mage was able to reach too. So I don't know what that harpy went in.
Okay, I guess like both.
Oh, Harpy went into cripple the knight, so that the knight couldn't do it. But I don't. I probably agree that it's not worth.
Yeah, but it died. Anyway.
Well, it's a tempo advantage, right? But
Ooh,
I mean, I
is
agree.
that the lethal? Oh, might have been a lethal with a full knight. So maybe you had to give up the harpy. Or it might be a lethal anyway.
Oh, maybe there's a lot of suicides here.
Yeah, that's why you usually want to attack after grooving with Pistil. But there weren't any units to attack with.
Yeah, there's a merfolk as well here, so
Slowly just chipping.
Yeah, so that might just be death.
yeah, these low health swords, they're all gonna do what, like 1 or 2% each? That was a couple percent there.
That was like 3 or 4.
I think it was like 2 or 3.
No, it should only be 2, right? Because swords do base 15.
That was
Yeah.
1.
Um,
Okay.
Okay, and you have mage. I think you have mage.
Yeah, this
mage
is guaranteed
indirect.
with merfolk as well.
wait,
Mage can walk
is
across
that?
the river.
Oh, that's. Oh, yeah. I thought for a second I thought that was a water village and you couldn't pass through it. But
Arg, they didn't use their indirect. Arg, they should have used their indirect before hitting with their last 2 units. No.
It's
Whatever
fine.
shall I do?
Well,
It
nice,
was- it's principle though.
yeah.
nice punish there. Spotyus gets the kill. And I guess,
Yes.
I mean, for as strong as Pistol Groove is, that can also happen.
Yeah, speaking of the tactical considerations, yeah, sometimes you can't groove, right? You have
'Cause,
to
yeah,
hold it because you die.
Yeah,
But-
I think that's especially important whenever you have bigger grooves, right? Later game grooves, is that you have to attack after it. Otherwise, you literally just get suicided into, right?
Yeah, but like later you also have more units to attack with. Here,
So it's easier.
Pistil
Yeah.
just didn't have units to attack after grooving, and in those cases, I think you just hold it, and it's fine to hold it. Get tier 2. Tier 2 is like great, better than tier 1, I'd say, in most cases because it costs so little and the upgrade is so big. And you want those big grooves anyway that hit lots of units, so tier 2 gets massive value usually over tier 1. But Saykoya is never gonna calc lethal. I mean, it's Saykoya and he doesn't super care about TYM, so he just pressed his button and went,
I'm
see if
gonna
you
win
can kill
on-
me.
I think it was definitely oh, this is mass damage. Surely this is enough money, and just plops everything there. Like I
Yeah.
don't blame them, you know.
What are you gonna, what are those 10 health swords gonna do, you know? Like,
Yeah, exactly. They can't fight me, right?
but apparently they can, so well played. And Spotyus, they're gonna take the win.